Coming up on UCF Nightly News, see what the UCF Muslim Student Association is petitioning for in light of finals week.
Plus, hear what one student is doing to minimize UCF's carbon footprint by getting others involved in thrifting.
And see Nightly News reporters' best work from the spring semester.
And in sports, hear about the UCF baseball team's plans to bounce back in Kansas after a 4-game losing streak. Nightly News starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome to UCF Nightly News. I'm Jason Hamby.
And I'm Andrew Carson. Today is Friday, April 22nd, 2022.
President Joe Biden spoke with senior military officials on Thursday to discuss an additional relief package for Ukraine. The Biden administration is pushing to provide $800 million worth of more aid to Ukraine. The package would provide additional security assistance. According to the United Nations, more than 2,000 civilians have lost their lives since the invasion. If the package is approved, U.S. assistance to Ukraine would total more than $3 billion.
UCF officials have decided to change COVID-19 policies given the decreased COVID infection rate in Orlando. Starting May 18th, UCF will no longer administer COVID testing in Garage A. Students received an email from Student Health Services last week outlining the changes. UCF will also suspend cleaning protocols for shared spaces and a COVID reporting dashboard. Student Ariya Patel says she's not too concerned.
We're just adding one more virus to our list. Like, you're supposed to get COVID at least once in life. You have flu season, you have COVID season. So I think, yeah, it's becoming a part of our lives.
We've gone from
Director of Student Health Services, Dr. Dykin, says we will live with COVID as an epidemic. He says we should be mindful of at-risk populations. Student Health Services will continue to offer vaccinations, boosters, and testing for students.
Governor Ron DeSantis announced changes to Florida's in-state tuition policies on Tuesday. Graduating high school students with grandparents living in Florida can now qualify for in-state tuition. However, the qualification depends on students' test scores.
Airline riders will no longer have to wear a mask after Florida judge strikes down Biden's mask mandate. On Monday, a federal judge voted against a mandate that requires masks to be worn on planes, trains, and other methods of public transportation. This ruling led to an immediate change in policy for air travelers. Following Monday's ruling, a White House official confirmed that TSA will no longer enforce the use of masks on public transportation. The CDC still recommends masks on public transit as they continue to study a new Omicron variant.
The FDA approved a new and unconventional way to test for COVID-19. The FDA has authorized a new breathalyzer test, which detects chemical compounds. According to the FDA, the company Inspect IR made the test. The test shows a 90% accuracy rate with positive cases and a 99% rate with negative cases. The FDA says they expect to collect 160 samples per day with this new technology.
President Cartwright and other administrators received a petition from the concerns of Muslim students on campus. The petition seeks to include religious accommodations for UCF's Muslim community. The president of the Palestine Student Association created the petition due to the conflicts in the academic calendar. Eid al-Fitr marks the end of Ramadan and will be celebrated on May 2nd during the final exam period. Student Government Diversity and Inclusion Coordinator Adrian Lee is working to strike conversations with Muslim students and UCF's faculty.
Reasonably, there hasn't been a set sort of guidance from the university about what does an accommodation look like.
UCF religious observance policy requires notification no later than 10 business days after the term starts. The Director of Communications for UCF says the university is working to modify the policy. The petition has over 1,100 signatures and 20 RSOs endorsing it.
For the first time since 2019, UCF's graduation will be fully in person. Graduating students will receive 5 tickets for friends and family to attend the event. Many students are dissatisfied with the limited amount of tickets and are looking to buy extras from others. Graduation will take place on May 6th and 7th in the Addition Financial Arena. Graduating seniors can pick up their tickets at the bookstore. To stay updated on graduation information, go to ucf.edu/graduation.
The UCF Art Gallery opened its doors to a new exhibition that displays graduating students' artwork. The showcase features animations as well as sculptures. Nightly News reporter Hannah Jo Groves tells us what it meant for one student to have his work featured.
Kressler is graduating this May. He says he's been waiting for this day for a very long time.
Ever since probably middle school, I've been wanting to get into animation and all that. So this is a dream come true, if anything.
The gallery features 81 different students' artwork from fun sculptures to animated video. Matt Dombrowski is an associate professor of emerging media and worked closely with the featured artists. He says this gallery is the culmination of 2 years of hard work.
It's really special for me as their instructor just to see where they're going to go after this. They're all going to be, in the next big video games, Pixar movies, you name it. It's going to be really exciting to see their success.
The exhibition will be in the Visual Arts Building in the Art Gallery. It'll be open every weekday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. through April 28th. Drew Kressler says there's good and bad to having people view his hard work, but that it's exhilarating.
It's like my heart beats when people watch it. I want to see people's reaction to it, but it's definitely have that uneasy feeling in my stomach as well.
Kressler says he hopes to get an internship in film or the gaming industry after he graduates in a few weeks. In Orlando, Hannah Jo Groves, UCF Nightly News.
Over 200 guests registered and attended the opening of the exhibition. Students can register to view the gallery by going to ucf.events.edu, find the event, and click on the registration link.
Taking time to recycle paper and plastic items is an easy way to help keep our earth clean. But it may come as a surprise that outdated fashion trends end up in our landfills faster than we think. Nightly News reporter Ali Espinosa shows us how one UCF senior is going green by shifting to thrifting.
Senior psychology major Ashley Jackals has a passion for fashion and sustainability. She says her thrift market Memory Lane is a way she can recycle her own gently worn clothing.
We sell our own clothes that we've gotten our use out of, and we want to give them back to the community. And we also thrift a lot.
Jackal says there are endless fashion possibilities with thrift shopping, but it is also another way to take care of Mother Earth instead of running clothes to waste.
Buying clothes firsthand takes a lot of resources from the environment, and secondhand items, as long as they're gently used and well taken care of, can last just as long.
According to the EPA, the amount of clothing Americans throw away each year has doubled in the last 20 years, from 7 million to 14 million tons. UCF political science sophomore and co-owner of Memory Lane, Dominic Durso, says there are many downsides to first-hand shopping that consumers aren't always aware of.
Secondhand shopping is definitely more eco-friendly, and with things like fast fashion, and it's getting more popular because it's online and easy to make and get.
Jackal says although she is graduating this semester, she continues to encourage the community to express themselves through fashion while still being eco-friendly. In Orlando, Ali Espinosa, UCF Nightly News.
Says fashion trends come and go fast, often causing waste of unused clothes. She says choosing to thrift is a way to uplift and be kind to the earth.
Hey, Hannah Jo. In honor of Earth Day, I think I was going to go to Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival. How's the weather looking?
Oh, I think it's a great day for that, Andrew. It sounds like a fun idea. The good news is it doesn't look like there's going to be any rain for the rest of the day. Right now it's about 80 degrees with quite a bit of wind, about 15 to 20 miles per hour from the east-northeast. So if you're really hoping to go to Epcot today, I think that's a perfect day for that, a nice breeze to keep you cool. Tonight it's going to be really cool. It's going to cool down quite a bit with a low at around 66 degrees. The wind will slow down just a little tonight, but if you're planning on going out, it's the night to wear a nice little hoodie. Andrew and Jason, back to you guys.
Thanks, Hannah Jo. When we come back, find out more about a pop-up shop that will be on campus for a limited time.
Plus, see how UCF earned its title as the first bee campus in Florida. We'll be right back. For a three-day voting session, Walt Disney World's private government days look to be coming to an end. The Florida House of Representatives passed a bill Thursday to eliminate the Reedy Creek Improvement District. This allows Disney to self-govern its Orlando theme parks. House lawmakers passed the bill in a 68-38 vote after the Senate passed the bill on Wednesday. If Governor Ron DeSantis signs the bill into law, Disney's special district would be dissolved on June 1st, 2023. This decision came after Disney's opposition to the Don't Say Gay bill. The UCF campus becomes the first college to be a part of Bee Campus USA in Florida. Bee Campus USA is an organization that aims to conserve native pollinators, reduce pesticides, and improve nest sites. The Arboretum planted the first pollinator garden in 2016. Now there are 3 gardens on campus. Biology professor Patrick Bolin is the director of the Arboretum. Bolin says keeping up with the pollinator gardens is important to combating losses of biodiversity.
So when we saw there was this thing called Bee Campus USA, and with my interest and background, I said, well, let's hop on this. And we had started pollinator gardens already, so then we just kind of got into the program and led the way for the state of Florida.
Bolin will be presenting a showcase at the Arboretum today at 2 p.m. The showcase will explain how UCF is helping to save the pollinators and other efforts to protect the environment.
This week, students got a taste of Japan through a pop-up shop. Students lined up at Omusubi to buy packed Japanese rice balls. These Japanese rice balls have been on the campus for the 2nd time this semester. Anna Imai says she hopes she can continue to bring the joy of these Japanese rice balls to college students. She says this cultural food reminds her of her family and the community in Japan. Students can request the business to return through UCF dining services. Those who want a taste of Japanese rice balls can visit their shop at the Knights On The Go location until 5 p.m.
After the break, see how the UCF campus is celebrating Earth Day.
Plus, here are our partners from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University about the weather's looking like for across the nation this week.
is an important aspect of Greek life. Greek Council is holding an event today to create care packages to donate to struggling families. Nightly News reporter Ariana Anaya is there now to give us the inside scoop.
Right, Jason, Andrew, I'm here now at the first ever day of service hosted by Greek Council. Check-in started here at the Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life. The event is happening until 4 today, where students are able to do volunteer opportunities inside and outside. Inside, they have the Make-A-Wish program, which is Chi Omega's philanthropic cause. Students are able to write notes for children in the Make-A-Wish program here in Orlando. Also inside, students are preparing care packages for One Heart Orlando. One Heart Orlando is for children and women experiencing homelessness. The packages include body wash, toothbrush kits, and many other necessities. Gift of Life is also here today to swap students to match bone marrow recipients throughout the country. Also, we have the Pie present, where Madison Smith, the Greek Council president, is getting pie today for a good cause. That good cause is for Zebra Coalition to support LGBTQ youth right here in Orlando. Reporting live on UCF's campus, I'm Ariana Anaya. Back to y'all in the studio.
Thanks, Ariana. Hannah Jo, will the Greek City Council event have good weather today?
It's looking like it will. First of all, I want to tell you kind of the highs around the state. So let's look at that. All right, so we've got Tallahassee at a high of 85. Jacksonville is 78, a little cooler over there. Tampa is 88 as well. Orlando is 81, and Miami is nice and cool down there at 78 degrees. Now let's take a look at our lows. All right, so we're noticing that it's dipping quite a lot here. That's kind of the spring. During the day, we get the heat of the summer that's coming up, but then in the night, it drops down a little bit. So in Tallahassee, we have a low of 59 degrees. Jacksonville is 63, Orlando 66, Tampa 65, and Miami stays pretty warm at 74. Now let's look at the rain chances across the state. As you can see, and I'm telling you, I think it's going to be a great day for all of us. Jason, I know you spoke too soon last time saying there was a 0% chance of rain, but I really do think that we're not going to see any rain today, except for in Miami where there's a 30% chance. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. All right, so Saturday we've got an 81 degree high, 66 as the low. Sunday we've got 83 as our high, 65 as the low. Monday 85 as the high, 64 as the low. 88 is getting up there on Tuesday for the high and 66 as the low. Yeah. 86 is going to be our high for Wednesday and 63 as our low. And guys, you can see there is a 0% chance for rain all week until Wednesday. So we are really going to have a great week for our kind of last week of school here. Now let's hear from our partners at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University about what's going on across the nation.
Quite a busy weekend this weekend for the Great Plains and the Dakotas. Currently have a system sitting over the Rockies that will be making its way into the Dakotas, and that will be fed by a lot of moisture coming up from the Gulf. And that's going to do two things for us. First of all, that's going to create a pretty significant chance of thunderstorms. So definitely keep your eye out for severe thunderstorms and tornadoes across the Great Plains. But on top of that, that's going to feed into the system and create a lot of moisture. And as it wraps around this low pressure system and it comes on the backside here, there's a lot of snow that will be dumped into Montana and the Dakotas. And so much so that there's actually a blizzard warning. And not only will there be a lot of precipitation, both snow on the back end and thunderstorms on the front end of the system, but there also will be high winds, and that'll be due to this large trough in the jet stream, which will strengthen the winds of this low pressure system. So definitely a busy weekend for the Midwest. However, here in the Southeast, we have a high pressure system sitting over the Carolinas, so it should be pretty quiet for us.
Partners at Embry-Riddle. Jason and Andrew, I've loved working with you this semester. Back to you.
Andrew. Same as well for you, Hannah Jo. It's great to have you on the team. As the semester comes to an end, so does our newscast. Our reporters here at Nightly News covered hundreds of stories ranging from a series of catalytic converters, thefts, to features on UCF's top athletes. Nightly News reporter Skyler Shepard recalls the top stories of the semester.
Good afternoon and welcome
to
Nightly News.
In the past, reporters here at Nightly News have worked diligently to produce and create content for our newscasts and daily webcasts. Our reporters have come a long way and have improved on skills like filming, editing, recording clean audio, and more. Reporter Ali Espinosa does it best as she covered catalytic converter thefts happening here on campus and how it affected one student in particular. Take a look.
Well, I bike about 10 miles a day now, so it is quite a bit of a pain. In the morning I get like mouthful of bugs where I usually would be driving everywhere.
UCF police say thieves likely crawl under vehicles and use basic everyday tools to steal the catalytic converters.
Nightly news reporters spent their time at UCF chasing breaking news and events happening around campus. Our reporters also never shied away from covering national and international stories. Reporter Jason Hamby interviewed Ben Rhodes, former Deputy National Security Advisor under the Obama administration.
One thing I worked on, it was just kind of being a part of that whole Obama journey that is going to continue to ripple out in American politics and world politics, far beyond the time that he was in office.
Though this is the last episode for the spring 2022 semester, Nightly News will return in the fall with new reporters eager to tell you the top stories. In Orlando, Skyler, Shepard, UCF Nightly News.
Although this is the last newscast, Nightly News daily webcast will continue until April 28th. Webcasts run Monday through Friday and go live at 1 p.m.
When we come back, get a recap on the UCF softball team's latest win against the Houston Cougars and their fight to maintain first place in the AAC conference standings.
Plus, see how the Knights baseball team is preparing for their matchup against Wichita State. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon, Night Nation. I'm Madison Monroe Adams, and this is your weekly UCF Sports Update. The UCF baseball team looks to rebound from a tough stretch as they travel to Kansas to take on the Wichita State Shockers tonight. The Knights lost 9-2 in their last game Tuesday night against the JU Dolphins. And now they're on a 4-game losing streak, entering the matchup with the Shockers. This will be the first meeting with Wichita State since last season, where the Knights lost 3 out of 4 games. UCF will enter the matchup 7-5 in away games and 21-16 overall this season. You can watch the game on ESPN Plus at 7 p.m. The UCF track and field team is getting set for another weekend of competitions. The team is splitting in half for the Virginia Challenge and the LSU Alumni Gold competition. The distance team will head to the Virginia Challenge with runs beginning on Friday. Saturday's events at LSU will begin on Saturday, starting with discus. Live results will be available for both events on the UCF Game Day app. The UCF softball team is riding an 8-game winning streak going into their weekend series against the Houston Cougars. After a sweep of ECU, the Knights are currently 37-10 and 9-0 in conference play. That undefeated record puts the Knights in first place at the AAC conference standings. Houston will look to rebound from a 3-game losing streak. Their record stands at 23-19-1. The Knights have won the last 10 matchups against the Cougars. Game 1 is tonight at the Cougar Softball Stadium at 7 p.m. Well, that's all we have for sports this semester. Jason and Andrew, back to you.
That's our time for right now. Thank you for sticking with us all semester long as we gave you the latest updates. And if you missed a show, you can watch on our YouTube channel at UCF Nightly News.
You can catch another season of Nightly News in August. And reporting from the anchor desk one final time, I'm Andrew Carson.
And I'm Jason Hamby. Thanks for watching.